Ladies and gentlemen of Congress, I'm pleased to speak with you again and hope to get this act passed. This act will be a great step for our nation to expand. We would like to review some key points from our speech the other day. It will give us more land to grow crops, a place for our growing population to live, and a chance to flourish as a nation and become more powerful. This will also expand our economy and will make a bigger profit. It will also give the Indians a chance to preserve their culture and give them land to live their lives and separate two diverse cultures. The Indian Removal Act needs to be passed, and we believe it's time to change. There are several statements that our opponents stated that we highly disagree. They say that this will be inhumane and ruin their human rights and cost a mass amount of money, but this is wrong.
My fellow Americans, our opponents have stated that passing the Indian Removal Act will cause us to waste large amounts of money. First of all, over the last 20 years, the amount of Americans has almost doubled in numbers, not counting slaves, and that number will continue to increase whether we want it to or not. And the land we own can only provide for so many people. So sooner or later, we're going to have to expand the amount of land we own. We have already tried to accept them into our culture, but they inflexibly refused. They declared war with us, which had no positive effect for us or the Indians, and we asked them to move west through treaties which they broke. It seems like the Indians have been completely stubborn for no apparent reason during this process and need to be forced to leave for any progress to be made by us as a nation. All the money being spent, if any, won't be wasted because without spending this money, we will all be in conflict with the Indians and will be stuck in a small box of Northeast America, and no progression will be made in any way. We can't come this far as a nation and have it all be in vain. This is the last step we need to becoming a stronger nation, and we need to get this bill passed.
Our opponent stated that we are violating basic human rights, but that applies to our citizens, which they are not. And when the Declaration of Independence was made, they were not even including the Indians in it, which makes this evidence of theirs fault. All men are created equal, but when our founding fathers wrote that speech, they were talking about the Americans. It might not be right to take their land, but for us to grow and become one of the strongest countries in the world, they must accept the fact that change is coming and that moving west may be better for them. More land, more crops, more hunting, and more opportunities are lying ahead of them, if only they took that small step to change. We have both violated our treaties we have agreed upon, and they have even violated the treaties we remade to help our country grow and them survive. They have also stated that the Indians might sue or even start a war, but considering that we have already had a war and we defeated them greatly, going to another war would most likely destroy the rest of their population, killing all history of them and their traditions. Indians moving west will help them survive. If they do not move, then they cannot grow, and they are blockading us from growing. It's not fair. If you pass this law, you will be saving a nation from their own selves. We will be saving a culture that has been along for centuries. We will be helping them to stay alive and live happily without disagreements and fights happening regularly. We are the change.